What's up, guys? This is Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I want to give you guys a very quick update about the markets. Just know that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I'm saying as financial advice whatsoever. So the market is breaking out right now, hitting new all-time highs. I mentioned yesterday that the market's going to likely try to explode, and that's what we're seeing on SPY and the QQQ. Why is the market pumping? It's quite simple. Non-farm payrolls just came out, and we're at 22,000. We were expecting 75,000 and we only got 22,000, which is horrendous. Unemployment has gone up to 4.3%. That is an increase compared to before. On top of this, other pieces of data, such as like the manufacturing payrolls, are weak, and the non-farm payrolls from the private sector are below expectations at 38,000. We're expecting 75,000. So we expected 75,000 jobs. We got 22,000. Very weak jobs numbers. And this is very bullish. Why is this bullish for now? Because now there is a 100% chance the Fed is going to give us a cut in September. It's confirmed. There's a 98.1% chance it's going to be 25 basis points. There's a 1.9% chance right now it's going to be 50 basis points. As time goes on, it's possible that as the market pumps, this is going to be going up a little bit, and then this is going to be coming down, meaning that there's going to be an increased probability of us even getting like a 50 basis point cut. And it could even be like less likely that they just go for 25. It could just be 50 basis points, but we'll see, guys. So why is this bullish? Well, the Fed has a dual mandate. If things start breaking, the Fed is going to be incentivized to cut. And now the employment numbers are showing a lot of weakness, which incentivizes them to give us a cut that could even be bigger than previously expected. As a result, we're seeing SPY approaching 652. If that breaks, I think we could be going for 655. If we could hold above 652, then the next resistances. We're breaking all-time highs as I'm speaking, so this is very bullish, and the chart is not stopping whatsoever. There's also news that came out involving Tesla. This is massive news. There's a new pay package for Elon Musk that could grant him 423.7 million additional shares of Tesla stock. That's worth about $143.5 billion at today's stock valuation. But, if we could see, Tesla's overall valuation increase to $8.5 trillion, that could once again help Elon Musk make a lot of money. The pay package is going to incentivize Elon Musk to remain with Tesla for 7.5 to 10 years to help us once again achieve 1 million robotaxis. And also, we want to see a big increase in deliveries to 20 million units. Now, the pay package incentivizes Elon Musk to work really hard, help achieve these goals, and then he's going to receive a lot of Tesla shares. And then he's going to see, his net worth reach possibly over $1 trillion. So what's bullish about this is that that's also incentivizing Musk to stay at the company for a decade. And of course, Tesla's going to love that. There's all this talk about him not being involved enough on Tesla, being too involved in politics. That's why Tesla's also running. So that's making a lot of headlines. Some news about President Trump, which is slowing semiconductors, is that President Trump is saying that there's going to likely be a new tariff he's going to be imposing on chips. He said it's going to be very substantial, and that's very important news because his tariffs could be very high on semiconductors, and that could once again cause some volatilities for the sector. And he's saying it's coming out very soon. That's why Nvidia is kind of flat right now, and that's pretty much it for the news, at least for now. So let's focus on the charts. As far as SPY is going, we're parabolic. I like to use that word to describe this. We're very parabolic. We're breaking all-time highs. So look at 652 as resistance. If we break that, I think that we're looking for an attempt for 655. I think we could blast off to 655 with 652.5 breaks. If we want to be bearish, you want to see us fill at 650. If that fails, we could be dipping back down to 648. Right now, we're favoring 652, then eventually 655 on SPY. We look more bullish on the 4-hour and the daily time frames. We're looking very solid. I do expect us to gap up and maybe try to continue to push for 652 and then eventually 655. We're looking quite strong. We should try to break 655, or sorry, 652, excuse me, if we continue this pump. So I think we're doing a great job at holding up, and there is upside potential nonetheless on SPY. For other tickers out there, we also have the triple Q. So don't forget to watch your levels just to be safe. On the triple Q, same thing, okay? If you want to be a bear, we first need to see 580 fails, then 578. If 578 fails, we're going to be looking for a dump back down to fill this gap. But as long as they're above 580, we're favoring the all-time high test around 582.75 to 583. The head and shoulders seems like it's going to be invalidated, and we're going to be going for all-time highs. So I'd like to see if we continue once we open to go for 583 on the triple Q. We could be looking for all-time highs on it as a result of this. So we're still looking quite bullish. There's a good chance we try to continue to push the way we are. So make sure you watch if 580 holds. If it doesn't hold, we're looking for 578. And if that breaks, then yes, we're going to likely be dipping again. So that's why I think it's very, very important for us to essentially watch our levels and to look at and see what's about to happen. So that's going to be very, very key. When it comes to other factors out there, we also happen to have the IWM. It's looking more bullish. If we lose 235, we could turn back down. As long as we're above that, we're watching 238 as resistance. If that breaks, I think 240 is likely going to be coming next. That's going to likely be our next potential target. 240 could be coming, so watch that very, very closely. So I think that as long as we hold above support, we're also going to see the IWM follow the trend. We're looking for essentially the 240s pretty easily as our potential target. For other tickers out there, we have ES, which is currently breaking out. It's breaking all-time highs. As long as 6,500 does not fail us, we're looking for 6,550 and then eventually 6,580 possibly. Once again, hitting new all-time highs. I'm not sure about 6,580, but I think 6,555 could be coming at the very least. There is, once again, more upside potential. So I think we're doing a great job so far, and we could continue the trend that we've started, and we're looking quite fantastic. For other tickers, we have NQ. NQ is breaking out. We did talk about this yesterday. We're looking for 24,000 could be coming next. If we could break 23,900, which we're about to test. If we lose 23,800 flat, we could be dipping back down to 23,700. But I think that this is favoring 24,000. Bitcoin's looking more bullish. If we break 113,000, we're looking for 115,000 next. We're still holding up well. Tesla's also looking more bullish as long as we don't end up losing essentially 347. If we lose 347, we could return to 343, which is where this resistance is, becoming support. But as long as 347 holds, we're looking for 350 and 352 as our potential targets. So I do see some upside potential, especially as time goes on. We could be once again continuing to push. So keep that in mind, especially as time goes on. There is upside potential in Tesla with Elon Musk's pay package, and the 350s are very possible. Nvda needs to hold 169. As long as that holds, we're looking for a bounce to 172. Apple's looking more bullish. We're favoring 240, then basically 242 is our targets. For AMD, we're going to see if we could hold 158. If we don't, we're looking for a move back down to 156. So we're showing some weakness on AMD as a result of the chip news from President Trump. Coinbase is looking bullish. Look for a test of 315. We're going to see if that breaks to fill this gap for 320. Watch 315. We might test that. Amazon's holding up well. We're going to see if we could break 236 to push for 238. If we lose 234, we're turning back down, but this is favoring upside for 238. Meta, as long as we don't lose 748, we're going to be favoring 756 and eventually 760. So there's upside potential. Google's favoring 235 plus as long as we hold above 233. And then Microsoft is also favoring 512 and 515 as our targets. The VIX is also dipping, which is bullish, another bullish confluence. It's going to likely retest these lows, which suggests that the reason is because we're going to break out more. SPYs at 652 is looking very strong. If that breaks, I'm going to be looking for 652.5, then eventually 655 is our targets. Looks bullish to me, but let's see how well we hold up above these levels. So for now, we look parabolic. We're favoring upside. We'll see what ends up happening. Thank you all for listening. Watch your levels and peace out.